Welcome to the DesignKnit video learning series. In this tutorial, we'll be using a multicolored photo and converting it into a stitch pattern for a child's top. First, we need to get some information on our sweater front so that we know the size of the area of the design that we can work with to fit properly on the garment. Let's go into original pattern drafting and open up a file, child's top. We want to centralize this piece, and I want to say view info, and it tells me that the front is 124 stitches wide and 168 rows from here to the top of the shoulder. We really want to use this ruler and go from 0 up to 145 instead of the 168. This is the usable height of our design. So we have 124 and 145. So remember those numbers, and we run into DesignKnit Graphics Studio next. I don't need to save these changes. Now I'm going to say File, Open a Graphic. This is a Cocker Spaniel basket of 2 puppies. I've cropped out some of the background here and some of the background down here so that it's going to be a little easier to convert. The grid conversion settings are going to be 124 stitches wide, we said. And it says at this tension it should be 79 rows, which we're going to say 80 rows because it's a requirement for multicolored jacquard. Okay, to continue. The next thing to do is say image and type, and make sure that this is set for a picture, not a black and white diagram. The conversion settings are 4 colors per row. There's no bird's eye right now, and it says to keep the edges sharp, and we'll fool around with that in a minute. The wool box, we have 4 different colors that I've picked out. We can open up the wool box, and I have another wool box that I've created just for these puppies, and I can say apply this, and it applies it like this. I can open up my conversion settings window now, and I can say I'd like to have it half bird's eye, apply this. Now it's coming in better. I'd like to apply even more, apply. And you can see that there's puppies. Now you can see there's all this background that we're going to have to edit out later. So wouldn't it be nice if we edited out first? I've gone out of DesignKnit and into a program for Adobe Photoshop, and I've cleaned up all this using, and I get this. So this is cleaned up in Adobe Photoshop, and you can see that there's going to be a lot less coloring to deal with and stitch editing in the stitch design section of the program. This time we're going to say color. We still have our 4 colors here. I'm going to open up the palette that we had before, and I'm going to say apply this, and you can see that there's much less issues here with correcting and editing these pieces. In fact, this will just brush right out, and this will brush right out, and we'll be pretty close. Apply the preview conversion. This is pretty close to what we would like. We can fool around a little bit more with the conversion settings and say we want a little bit less bird's eye, and you can fool around to get it exactly what you want. You can say keep the edges sharp, or you can, and it keeps these, I think it works better if you say apply the merge the boundaries. This is a little bit smoother now. So we're going to drop the bird's eye a little bit more and see if we like that. And I actually like the bird's eye up a little bit further. So this is okay. You can see the little nose and everything. Okay to continue. Okay to go out of Graphic Studio. Save these settings, yes. We're going to be knitting on the SK840 in 4 color per row jacquard. Okay. It's saying that there's 115 jacquard errors in the pattern. That's okay. Here's our 4 colors, yarn colors. We're going to say check jacquard, and it's going to tell me that I have 115 errors, so I want to correct these automatically. I'm going to say yes. So this has actually come in quite cleanly. I have a little bit here to clean up. I have a little bit here to clean up. I have this is bird's eye. This needs to be picked up and painted like so, and edited with a pencil, but you get the idea. And for the background, we need to also edit some of this out and then use a pencil when we get close. This is edited out. It needs to be edited as well. And there needs to be some editing, fine-tune editing in here to get the nose and little puppy's feet all working nicely together. I have this one that I've finished cleaning up, and you can see I've cleaned up this area around here, and I've cleaned up this area. I've cleaned up this, but I've left some of the shading in so that you get the shading of the kind of a light cast on it. Alright, so we have this puppy's pattern now. I can say edit and copy this. So it's okay to copy it into the computer's clipboard. I'm going to say File, New Pattern Setup. I'm going to set the size. We have a child's top for the size of the front. Okay. So now I have a piece big enough for the front at 32 stitches and 40 rows per 10 centimeters. Okay. It actually makes it in the background color of the black. I didn't really want that, but we'll go ahead and paste this, paste this in, and which is another way of saying edit, import. Let's put this right about here. Click outside the sweater, and this is what it would look like knit up. I have to fix this a little bit. That's not a problem. We can do that right now with a brush. And a little bit of black up here and a little bit over here. And we have a puppy's sweater, which would be really cute for a child. Thank you.